Hello one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you game 4 out of 5 here from the WCG qualifiers. Here spawning as our purple Zerg is srsRAZERroof, and his opponent spawning as the red Terran is the none other than LiquidTLO himself. Now last game LiquidTLO did win it by using completely transitioning his entire gameplay. The first two games we saw almost extreme mech coming out from him. Mass Thors, mass Hellions, mass tanks. Virtually no Marines coming out of him. And last game we saw a Marine tank stim push coming out, and by establishing the tanks at the bottom of the ramp on Shakura's Plateau at the natural, and an earlier two barracks push, which lost a lot of mining time for Roof. There was a lot of there's a lot of mining time lost, so Roof was behind in the beginning, and then as a result he in the early game he was behind, and then he was expecting probably another mech play again, so he started making the roaches. But he read a little funny, because he did made a baneling nest. He did not get his banelings exploded. He did not explode his banelings off right though. He attacked the tanks and the Hellions with all of his banelings. He didn't go for the Marines. So when there was absolutely no units left, all the Marines went in after the stim was finished. There was medevacs as well, so the Marines were even more resilient. So there was no way that Roof could have come back. More Marines kept streaming in, and before you know it, GG. The game was over. Now here we see Roof going for his 14 hatch like he usually does, and Barracks just finishing for TLO. Marine on its way. This is on Terminus RE, one of the largest maps in the GSL pool. And again, the stakes for this match: the winner gets to represent Germany in the WCG. I can't remember if there was a prize pool, like money pool, or not. And spawning pool on about halfway done for Roof. I would not be surprised at all to see TLO fake that two racks at all, like he has been doing every single game. And yes, looks like he is going to. Would not be surprised to see any sort of overreaction from Roof, because he lost so much mining time. Because he actually saw a 2 racks and he overreacted a lot. And so I would not be surprised to see another a huge overreaction this time. There's the Automaton 2000, got the best macro or micro in the entire world. And here it comes. We are gonna see 4 Zerglings on their way, and looks like we're not gonna see a reaction at all. Looks like Roof has figured it out by now, and just pulling some drones. The Zerglings are there, but they die instantly. 6 more Zerglings are on their way, but yeah, nothing special at all. Single factory has been made, and the command center is on its way as well. So the Queen's going to clean up shop here pretty soon, and the SCVs are going to get out of there scarred for life. Hellion on its way, so it looks like TLO is going to go with that Hellion opening that he has been doing not almost every game, but he has been doing every game. And as you can see here, Roof don't know what he is actually going to do. He's establishing 2 spine crawlers. Looks like Roof has pretty much figured out TLO. He's going to expect Hellions like it always does, like TLO has always been doing in this series. And he's been establishing these spine crawlers in pretty good locations. I'd rather see Roof put this spine crawler more like right here, because what TLO has been doing is going behind the mineral patches right over here, and then this spine crawler has just basically been sitting around doing absolutely nothing, while this spine crawler has been doing all the work, and it hasn't been working out for him. As you can see, 3rd factory on its way as well, so it looks like a mech play is going to be TLO's choice in this game, and not surprising at all. He's been doing it really well. How Roof is going to react to it, I have no idea. Don't know if he's scouted anything. He's only scouted this, as you can see, scouting barracks all the way across the sky. Don't know why I said that. And yeah, so he did see the Hellion. He knows Hellions are on their way. Roof does. 2 tech labs on their way, so possibly gonna see an early blue flame. Oh no, we see an early tank actually. So yeah, TLO has definitely been favoring that blue flame. He's also been favoring a lot of stuff too, like Mass Hellion, mech play. He's been getting a lot of stuff. It's been really ridiculous, and looks like he is just going for tanks and Hellions, which is he's been utilizing really well. 3 Hellions now just sharking around, trying to find some good positioning here, trying to force a reaction, but Roof, again, he's kind of figured out this play, and he's just not going to react. He knows better. He's just going to get his Roach Warren right over here. He's going to get Roaches, and he's going to stop that. And he's going to effectively shut down the Hellions. And then once the tanks come out, he's probably going to get, once the Thors and tanks come out, he's going to get Neural Parasite and probably use that really well. And looks like just going to stop some creep spread here coming out from Roof, which is really good. You always want to stop the creep spread of a Zerg player. And I don't agree with Roof bringing this Spine Crawler up out of the mineral patches, because again, if these Hellions just get right by here, you're out of range right here, and you can just have a heyday in this mineral line. As you can see, TLO here, just sticking with his guns, doing those tanks, getting them tanks up. He's got 2 tanks right here. The Hellions are getting more and more established, more numbers. Third being established there. As you can see, the Roaches now engaging. Bet he was not expecting tanks, but focusing down the tanks can take them out, because Hellions don't do much damage against them, but by focusing down the Hellions did just wear down the Roaches effectively, and that's never good. And here we go, the Zerglings trying to come in, but you know, Zerglings versus Hellions, we all know how that works. And just looks like TLO is slow pushing with Hellions and tanks. How often do you see that? Mule coming down to repair these tanks, like that a lot. Mules actually repair a lot faster than SCVs. This Spine Crawler is going to uproot and get out of there. Going to stop this creep tumor and get as little creep spread as possible. It's always a good thing to do. Slow pushing his way through with Hellions, which is really good. I mean, because you know, when you push with Zerglings, the Hellions are going to stop. And yeah, so Thors aren't on their way. Infernal Pre-Igniter is on its way as well. Looks like this Spine Crawler is going to go down, and here come the Zerglings, but unfortunately they can do nothing. The Queen goes down, and looks like the drones are going to go roasty toasty. They are definitely warm and cozy. The Siege Tank's doing a good number on these Roaches. These Roaches taking them out too, so there's some Zerglings nibbling away at them, unsieging so he can take it out. I love that play by TLO. He knows when to siege his tanks, he knows when to unsiege them. All the Hellions are cleaned up by the Roaches, but there are still tanks. Interesting enough in Engineering Bay. Don't know why that's there. Maybe to mess with the AI of the Roach. This tank back here is going to just start helping out the siege tanks right here. And for those who didn't know, a unsieged tank has more DPS than a tank that is siege. This third is completely unharmed, and looks like everything is going to be cleaned up, and so is the Engineering Bay, which is very interesting that it was built. Infestation Pit is now going down for Roof. Where is it? Right there. And the third is being established for TLO. The first Thor has finally come out. We have 2 more on their way, as well as a tank. So it looks like 2 Thors, 2 tanks are being built, or 1 Thor, 2 tanks. And looks like you're going to try and keep a 1-1 ratio with Thors and tanks. Bunker is being established, which is very interesting, because I have yet to see a Marine. All the Marines were dead in that initial push, and there isn't even a barracks. So yeah, interesting you build a barracks, TLO, or a bunker. Why would he build a bunker? Okay, for anyone who is watching this video, if you see the bunker, point it out to me, or not the bunker, but the barracks. Point it out to me, because I don't see a barracks. I mean, he scouted. Well, there it is. Okay, yeah. All right, we found the barracks. Never mind. Now that thirds are well established for both players, let's check out the income here. 66 to 56. Roof is in the lead for Harvesters. Pathogen Glands as well as Hive is on its way for Roof. We have level 1 vehicle upgrade, weapons for TLO on its way, as well as another command center, and 2 starports just finishing up for TLO. So now we're going to have the total 3 starports. Hive is, or not Hive, but Spire is on its way. 7 infestors, 8 infestors on their way. And TLO is going to spot the Spire and the Hive. Neuroparasite is on its way as well. Banshees are going to be made. Unfortunately, we're not seeing any battle cruisers come out. Come on, I want to see battle cruisers. I just hit my desk by accident with my chair. Excuse me for that. And missile turrets coming up. So it looks like TLO is expecting Mutalisks. So, let's see here. Cloak is on its way, as well as level 1 ship weapons. And yeah, it looks like they're both just falling back and macroing it up, which is to be expected on Terminus. It's a very macro-orientated game. Baneling Nest is on its way as well, which is very interesting because, again, we barely see any Marines. Let's actually check the unit counting. There is not a single Marine to be found. And the income, 68 to 73 harvesters. Roof, again, in the lead for income. And 4 Vikings on its way. Looks like TLO is actually expecting Broodlords, which is to be expected. Yeah. Roaches and Mutalisks are being made. Neuroparasite is just about to finish. TLO is trying to get this 4th established, but there's just creep spread and Zerglings everywhere. I like this a lot from Roof. He's put Zerglings on every single mineral patch except for these 2 to deny any sort of expansion. TLO could take this one, but this is very, very risky because it's very open. Especially open up against Zerg is very risky. And here's the Banshees here coming in for harass, trying to take out the infestors, but that fungal growth is doing a lot of damage. And it looks like this Banshee, fungal growth and the infested Terran take it out. There's a Viking, interesting enough, going in, trying to pick off Mutalisks for some reason. Scouting Viking, possibly. And Mutalisk is going to not win, apparently. Well, of course. And looks like these Vikings are just going to shrink around and take out Overlords, which is very good. More Thors are being made. And, yeah. That's a lot of SCVs. Look at that. That's a lot of SCVs. They're all just standing around. Oh, they're not standing around, but they are mining. It's scary to see that. Looks like TLO is actually pretty desperate to get that 4th established right now. That amount of SCVs at a single base. So yeah. As we look at Roof, though, Roof has 5, so check out the economy. Yeah. Roof is definitely starting to take off. And long distance mining is starting to be established, which is not good. TLO is forced to take out this very open, very dangerous 4th, which of course you never really want to do unless you feel you have the big enough army. Roof, he definitely feel like he's well established to do this. Excuse me. And they're both near max. Roof sitting at 182, and TLO sitting at 169. Ultralisk Cabin on its way for Roof. I like this a lot because I love Ultralisks. They're one of the coolest units in the game. Look at this. Okay, here's TLO's 5th. Here's the enemy. Nice. I just love that. And looks like these Banshees are going to be taken out. Not that one. 8 taken out. Never mind. 8 HP left on that Banshee. And Glial Reconstitution is finally being researched. High-sec auto-tracking for the missile turrets, which is interesting. I think TLO is the only pro gamer I know that researches high-sec auto-tracking consistently. Planetary Fortress is being established right there. I would not be surprised to see Planetary Fortress be established right there. Huge siege up right there for TLO. I'm going to see the army value, 99 to 105, so they're actually pretty close when it comes to the army value. And we see there's only 1 to 0-0, so TLO has the upgrade advantage here. Hellions and Thors, Hellions and a single Thor versus Roaches, which is never a good matchup at all. The Roaches are definitely going to win. Thors and Siege Tanks now raining down. The splash damage is doing good, but it's only 3 Siege Tanks and 3 Thors. Actually, they are cleaning up pretty good, but the Roaches are starting to do damage, closing in. The Banshee's starting to come in doing some really good damage. 24 Roaches are in production, as well as the 6th that is being established somewhere. Actually, it's a macro hatchery. Where is it? I feel it's right there. And the 5th was lost, so that is definitely devastating for Roof because he kind of needs that right now. He's just reestablishing his 5th right here at this base. And looks like TLO is going to slow push right into the Zerg bases. Going to start taking out those overlords, which is really crucial. 155 to 166. TLO is at 155, Roof at 168. So supply lead is in favor of Roof, but not very soon. These Banshees are actually reigning supreme. Don't know where the Infestors are. I think they were taken out in that one push. This Thor is actually doing pretty good. 16 kills. He was a captain before he died. And GG from Roof. Looks like TLO is going to take it, and he's going to represent Germany in the WCG. Congratulations to him. I hope you guys enjoyed this entire series as much as I enjoyed casting it. It is great to have TLO back. Very glad he was able to get back, and very glad he's able to represent his country in the WCG. Congratulations to him. My name is Nerdcraft. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's it. I am out.